Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, we are in receipt of a message from the President certifying the necessity of the immediate passage of House Bill number 6608. Pursuant to Article 6, Section 26 of the Constitution and in accordance with our rules, I now move that we approve on third reading House Bill number 6608 and direct the Secretary General to read the title of the measure and thereafter call the roll of members for nominal voting.
There is a motion to approve House Bill number 6608 on third reading. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of House Bill number 6608 and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill 6608, an act establishing the Maharlika Investment Fund, providing for the management, investment, and use of the proceeds of the fund and appropriating funds therefore.
Magandang araw po sa lahat, Jessica po ng Splat Communications. Dalawang priority bills ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Lusot na sa Kongreso. Ito ang sa mandatory Rotc at ang Maharlika Wealth Fund.
With 279 members voting in the affirmative, 6 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill number 6608 is hereby approved on third reading. Mr. Majority Leader, please go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize Representative Gabriel Bordado Jr. of the 3rd District of Camarines Sur to explain his vote.
Congressman Bordado is hereby recognized. Please go ahead.
Therefore, by its very definition, we do not meet the fundamental requirement in establishing a strong, sovereign wealth fund and set revenues, Mr. Speaker. But considering our current economic problems, we cannot afford to take our sparse resources and gamble on the hope that the Maharlika Investment Fund would be profitable and provide immediate favorable results. It is not just the nation's money we are risking, Mr. Speaker, if we rush into the establishment of our own sovereign wealth fund, but the well-being of the Filipinos as well. Therefore, I vote no to the creation of the Maharlika Investment Fund. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Congressman Bordado. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize next Arlene Rosas of Gabriela Party List to explain her vote.
Mr. Speaker, this representation votes no to House Bill 6608 or the Maharlika Investment Fund despite the modifications made during the period of amendments. Creating a sovereign wealth fund that is purely based on existing financial resources of GFIs rather than on surpluses amid widening fiscal deficit, record high national debt, and sham economic recovery dangerously puts Filipinos' money on the track to a disaster. Pinaspas ang deliberasyon at pag-aproba nitong Maharlika bago ang Pasko, subalit patuloy na isinasantabi ang mga panukala para sa direktang ayuda sa mamamayan, dagdag sahod para sa mga manggagawa, at subsidyo para sa ating mga magsasakang hinagupit ng taas presyo at kalamidad. Isusugal ang pondo ng bayan para sa ganansya ng ilan lamang. Isasangkalan ng ibubuslo ang rekurso ng Land Bank at Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas sa Maharlika sa pangakong makakalikom ng kita. Subalit higit na makikinabang dito ang mga miyembro ng board at pribadong negosyo. Wala tayong ipinagmamalaki sa panukalang Maharlika Fund na ito, which once approved would be the smallest and least promising in the world. Worse, this is a poorly and easily designed sovereign wealth fund that has all the indications of opening pathways to corruption and unscrupulous use of public funds. As this proposal institutes various regulatory exemptions to the Maharlika Investment Corporation. If we really need additional resources to fund social welfare programs, we need to run after big tax evaders. We need to tax the super rich, those Filipino billionaires listed in the Forbes magazine. Through our proposed wealth tax, we need to impose windfall tax on the multi-million profits of all companies. Hindi iyong gagawa tayo ng pakulo na Maharlika na vulnerable sa korupsyon at paglustay ng pondo ng bayan. For these reasons, Gabriela Women's Party resoundingly votes no to the Maharlika Investment Fund. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize next Representative Franz Castro of ACT Teachers Party List to explain her vote.
On Pasko, is hereby restored on Castro.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker. Mariin na nire-register ng kinatawang ito ang botong no sa House Bill 6608 o ang Maharlika Investment Fund Bill. Maraming red flags ang pinasang panukalang batas, mabilis na nilatsyada ang pagpasa ng Maharlika Investment Fund Bill. Sa katunayan, naprubahan na sa Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries ang Maharlika Wealth Fund Bill bago pa man magsagawa ng briefing with the stakeholders. Take note, briefing lang at hindi consultation. Kung hindi pa nagkaroon ng malakas na pagtutol ang taong bayan laban sa panukalang batas, ay hindi pa ibubukas ang pagdinig ng panukalang batas na ito sa publiko. Dahil sa inani nitong backlash mula sa publiko, lalo na ang mga manggagawa, pensioners, sinubukang pabanguhin ang panukalang batas. Nagkaroon ng 6 na versyon ng substitute bill ang panukalang batas, December 1, December 3, December 5, December 11, December 12, at ang pinakahuli ngayong araw na ito. Kahit nga kaming mga kongresista ay nagtatanungan ng ano na ba ang versyon ang tinatalakay ng mga komite. Ngunit sa kabila na napakaraming mga versyon at ilang mga ginawang amyenda sa Maharlika Investment Fund Bill, nananatiling punong-puno ito ng mga kontrobersyal na mga provision. Una, sa capitalization ng Maharlika Investment Fund, nilalaan ito ng at least 105 billion. Kukunin ang pondo mula sa pondo ng Land Bank, 50 billion, Development Bank of the Philippines, 25 billion, at dividends ng Bangko Sentral na tinatayang 30 to 35 billion. Hindi lang ito nilalagay sa peligro ang dividendo ng BSP na para sana maitaas ang kapital nito mula sa 50 billion patungong 200 billion pesos as mandated by Republic Act 11211 na magbubunga pa ito ng conflict of interest. Supposedly, ang BSP ay magre-regularisa sa mga bangko at financial intermediaries. Pero ang mga GFIs tulad ng Land Bank of the Philippines ay kabilang sa board members ng MIFC. Dagdag pa rito ay ang mismong dividendo ng BSP ay at stake sa MIFC. Kung sakaling malugi ito, paano masasabing walang conflict of interest sa sitwasyong ito? Dagdag pa rito ang mandato ng Land Bank at Development Bank of the Philippines ay para tulungan ang mga magsasaka at ang mga MSMEs, hindi ang mga malalaki at dayuhang mga kumpanya. Hindi rin ito tinatanggal ang SSS at GSIS at maaari rin mag-invest sa seed money ng Maharlika Investment Fund. Nakalagay sa panukalang batas, other GFIs and GOCCs may be authorized to contribute to MIF. Narinig na natin ang board ng SSS at GSIS na willing silang isugal ang 125 billion at 50 billion. hindi malayong gawin pa rin nila ito matapos maipasa ang panukalang batas na ito. Dagdag pa rito, pwedeng maging risk din ang inuulugang kontribusyon ng iba pa. Sa kasalukuyang versyon, tinawag na investment fund ang Maharlika Wealth Fund dahil wala tayong wealth at in the first place. Wala tayong surplus. Sa katunayan, ang may provision para panukalang batas ay pwedeng gamitin ang royalties, kita ng pagbebenta ng government assets at public borrowings. Sabi ng GSIS at SSS, dapat turuan ng financial literacy ang mga Pilipino para daw huwag iasa sa GSIS at SSS. Pangalawa, walang independent board sa board of directors. Ang sinasabing 4 na independent board ay pipiliin ng advisory body. Sino ba ang bumubuo ng advisory body? Ito ay mga appointees ng Pangulo. Pangatlo, ang napakaraming exemptions ng MIFC, exempted sa salary standardization law, national and local taxes, procurement, existing laws, GOCC. Paano mapapanatag ang taong bayan kung i-exempt ang MIFC sa mga batas para sa good governance? Dagdag pa rito, buti pa ang Maharlika Investment Fund Corporation, exempted sa buwis pero ang mahirap, pasan-pasan ang nagsisilakihang buwis. Ang sigaw ng taong bayan, sahod itaas, treasury baba, hindi Maharlika Investment Fund.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize next Representative Raul Manuel of Kabataan Party List to explain vote.
Congressman Manuel is recognized.
Salamat, Mr. Speaker. Bumoboto ang representasyon ng mga kabataan ng no sa panukalang itatag ang Maharlika Investment Fund. Ito ay dahil sa paniniwala natin na hindi dapat priority ang pagtatatag ng isang sovereign investment fund gamit ang pondo ng bayan kung sa gitna ng krisis pangkabuhayan na hindi pa lubos na natutugunan ng pambansang gobyerno, ay mas nararapat na maglaan tayo ng pondo direkta sa mga patakarang magtitiyak ng pangangailangan ng mamamayan. Batay na rin sa basic na mga financial literacy concepts kapag ang isang pamilya ay lumumpas sa utang, mas mabuting wag na muna sumgal. Hindi lapat sa basic economics at actual experiences ang plano sa pagtatag ng pondo nito. Nagsalita ang mga ekonomista at ang kanilang mga organisasyon laban sa esensya nitong investment fund na tinatalakay natin. Kahit na dumaan pa ito sa mga amyenda dahil may mga issue pa rin kaugnay ng pagkakabuo ng konsepto nito. Batay sa kasaysayan ng matatagumpay na sovereign investment fund sa ibang bansa, source ang kanilang pondo mula sa government surplus at kita mula sa exports. Sa atin, ang nais natin gawin ay isalin ang pera mula sa mga government financial institutions sa ilalim ng mandato dahil sa panukalang batas na ito na maglaan sila ng pera papunta sa Maharlika Investment Fund. Iniikutan ang nasa charter ng Land Bank, Development Bank of the Philippines at Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas that investable funds are supposed to be invested depending on the mandate of the financial institution. Nagkukulungkon lang tayo ng pera na dapat ay may ibang paglalaanan. Funds can be placed in programs like major infrastructure projects vulnerable to corruption. Moreover, the fund is also vulnerable to the interests of big private investors who can jump into the fund. Ayaw natin magkaroon ng Money Heist Philippines sa forma ng Maharlika Investment Fund. Hindi mawawala sa ating mga kababayan ang mga tanong, lalo na at sila ang pumapasa ng bigat economic crisis. Kaya para tiyakin ang pangmatagalang unlaran at kinabukasan ng kabataan, hindi sa kaduda-duda investments at sa Maharlika Investment Fund, umaas ang kabataan. Dapat magpatupad tayo ng patakaran para isulong ang tunay na reforma sa lupa tungo sa pambansang industrialisasyon upang makatayo sa sariling paa ang ating ekonomiya at makapaglikha tayo ng nakabubuhay na trabaho dito sa bansa para sa mga kabataan. Maraming mga nakahaing panukalang batas para sa pro-people development, pro-people budgeting, and economic relief. Ang mga ito ang mainam na unang tugunan ng pamahalaan. Konkretong programa ang kailangan, hindi ang pagsugal sa kabalang bayan. Muli, bumoboto ng no ang Kabataan Party List sa Maharlika Investment Fund Bill. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Congressman Manuel. Your explanation is duly noted. Mr. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker Ralph Recto would like to manifest that his written explanation of his yes vote to the Maharlika bill be inserted into our records.
The Secretary General is hereby directed to note the same and to record it as such. Mr. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we immediately transmit to the Senate the House bills that we have just approved on third reading.
We are in objection. The chair hears none. Motion is approved.
We are in receipt of a message from the President certifying the necessity of the immediate passing of House Bill number 6687 pursuant to Article 6, Section 26 of the Constitution, and in accordance with our rules, I now move that we approve on third reading House Bill number 6687 and direct the Secretary General to read the title of the measure and thereafter call the roll of members for nominal voting.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to approve House Bill number 6687.
Point of order.
Majority Leader, the presiding officer is recognizing the Majority Leader. And there is a motion that the Majority Leader has made. The Speaker is still responding to the motion of the Majority Leader. There is a motion to approve House Bill number 6687 on third reading. Is there any objection?
Mr. Speaker, point of order.
What is the point of order of the gentleman from Kabataan?
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, according to Rule 14, Section 101, points of orders take precedence over other motions in the floor. Now, Mr. Speaker, to proceed with the explanation of my point of order, I am also referring to our House Rules, Section 58, that no bill or joint resolution shall become law unless it passes 3 readings on on separate days, and printed copies thereof in its final form are distributed to the members 3 days before its passage, except when the President certifies the necessity of its immediate enactment to meet a public calamity or emergency. Mr. Speaker, it is on the burden of the executive branch to prove that this measure is urgent. Now, Mr. Speaker, kung pag-uusapan natin ang kalagayan ng edukasyon sa ating bansa, marami pong mga bagay na mas urgent. Halimbawa po ng ating education crisis, mabagal ang pace ng resumption ng full face-to-face classes sa ating mga higher education institutions. Second, as of October 12, 2022, both sa House at sa Senado, we have 42 measures introducing curricular reforms in basic and higher education. Magagandang mga panukala filed not just by this representation but by other members of the legislative. At pangatlo, Mr. Speaker, final point, we have resolutions to review the K-12 program vis-a-vis the college curriculum. Lalo na kung nais po natin ayusin yung ating edukasyon sa K-12 pa lang, dapat na po itong silipin, lalo na yung mga paulit-ulit na subject sa kolehiyo, bago tayo magdagdag ng isang bagong subject in the form of the NCST. That is the essence of the point of order, Mr. Speaker. This representation believes na hindi napapatunayan ng executive branch that this measure is urgent. Thank you.
The Majority Leader, please reply to the point of order.
Mr. Speaker, it is the prerogative of the President of the Republic of the Philippines to certify which measure he deems as urgent. So that's why, Mr. Speaker, we are in receipt of that certification. That is we are now in the process that I made the motion for third reading, Mr. Speaker.
The Majority Leader has clarified, and the exception to the rule is already clear and it's been explained. The point of order of the gentleman from Kabataan is not taken. So we proceed. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of House Bill 6687 and call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill Number 6687, an act instituting a national citizen service training program in all public and private tertiary education institutions, repealing for the purpose Republic Act Number 9163, otherwise known as the National Service Training Program Act, and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill Number 6687.
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize Representative Raul Manuel of Kabataan Party List to explain his vote.
The gentleman from Kabataan Party List has 3 minutes to explain his vote.
Magandang hapon, magandang gabi, Mr. Speaker at mga kapwa mambabatas. Bago pa man po tayo maging kongresista, 2016 pa lamang nung lumabas ng mga balita na posibleng maging mandatory, i-revive ang mandatory ROTC. Naging personal commitment na po natin na harangan ang kahit anong mga pulisiya na pwedeng makaapak sa karapatan, sa kapakanan ng ating mga kabataan. At ngayon pong ilibay nasa endgame na ang ganitong mga attempts para ibalik ang mandatory na tipo ng training sa ating mga kabataan. Kaya naman tayo ay nadidismaya at ngayon ay papaliwanag natin ang ating boto, Mr. Speaker. Ang representasyong ito ay naniniwala na ang urgent na pangangailangan ng mga kabataan ay ang learning recovery mula sa educational crisis na mas lalong pinalala ng pandemya. Ang dapat na unahin ay ang mabilis na panunumbalik ng full face-to-face classes sa ating mga pamantasan sa ligtas, abot kamay at dekalidad na paraan at ang pagbibigay ng financial aid para sa education-related expenses ng mga estudyante. Sa kabila ng pagpapahayag ng mga kabataan sa iba't ibang panig ng bansa kung ano ang nais nating maipatupad ng mga programa sa lalong daling panahon, ang unang nais ipasa at declared urgent pa nga ay ang tanging education-related priority measure ng Marcos Jr. Administration na hindi tumutugon sa education crisis. Ang mandatory citizen soldier training na may hibo pa rin ng mandatory ROTC in the guise of the NCST program. Mr. Speaker, this bill is not ultimately for the welfare of our students and youth. It is the armed forces and the security sector who are set to benefit from this bill. Ang gustong gawin ng NCST program ay presahang ipasok ang mga kabataan sa mga reserve forces ng AFP para palakasin ang pwersa nito sa paniniktik, pandadahas at pamamasista sa mamamayan. Papapasukin din ito ang mga military personnel sa mga campus sa tabing ng school-based ready reserve units na siyang maaaring gamitin bilang base ng mga militar upang supilin ang kritikal ng isipan sa hanay ng mga estudyante. Mr. Speaker, layon nitong i-indoctrinate ang mga kabataan sa ilalim ng kulturang sunod-sunuran at marahas ng ating armed forces na nagdulot ng maraming abuso sa ating mga mamamayang sibilyan. Sinasakripisyo ng panukala ang interes, kaligtasan at kapakanan ng mga kabataan para mapagbigyan ang mapanupin na hangarin ng security forces. Kaya with that, Mr. Speaker, bumoboto ang kabataan ng no sa panukalang batas na ito. Maraming salamat.
with 279 members voting in the affirmative, 6 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill number 6608 is hereby approved on third reading. Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, we are in receipt of a message from the President certifying the necessity of the immediate passage of House Bill number 6608 pursuant to Article 6, Section 26 of the Constitution and in accordance with our rules. I now move that we approve on third reading House Bill number 6608 and direct the Secretary General to read the title of the measure and thereafter call the roll of members for nominal voting.
There is a motion to approve House Bill number 6608 on third reading. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of House Bill number 6608 and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill 6608, an act establishing the Maharlika Investment Fund, providing for the management, investment, and use of the proceeds of the fund and appropriating funds therefore.
Thank you, Congressman Manuel. Your explanation is duly noted. Mr. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker Recto would like to manifest that his written explanation of his yes vote to the Maharlika bill be inserted into our records.
The Secretary General is hereby directed to note the same and to record it as such. Mr. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we immediately transmit to the Senate the House bills that we have just approved on third reading.
We are in objection. The chair hears none. Motion is approved.
Splat Reaction Commentary. Hindi na po namin idinagdag sa videong ito ang napakahabang diskusyon sa plenaryo para sa deliberasyon ng Maharlika Investment Fund. Sa aming palagay, sapat na po na malaman ng lahat na ito ay dumaan sa masusing proseso sa mababang kapulungan. Sa katunayan, may ilang amendment ng mga representatives mismo na tutol sa batas, pero nagbigay naman ng mga amyenda dito na tinanggap ng mga nagsusulong at ng mayorya. Nais po naming ipakita na hindi totoo ang mga kuda ng mga may disgusto sa pamahalaan na ang batas na ito ay sadyang minadali. Ano po ang masasabi niyo rito? Maari lamang po na pakitala ang inyong saloobin sa ating comment portion. Sa ngalan ng lahat ng bumubuo ng Splat Communications, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat sa patuloy na suporta. Advanced Merry Christmas po. Stay safe. Jessica out. Bye.
Well, what can you say? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment portion. We have reached the end of today's video. In behalf of my partner Rina and the rest of the Splat Communications and Simplified Strategic Solutions team, thank you. Till next time. Stay safe. Rosa out. Bye.